We take through a very thorough intake process. What are some of the key indicators of success that we look for in each client and each person we meet with?
Well, yeah, I mean, as you know, so let's take this from the standpoint of walking through. If our listener out there owns a business, right, and is thinking, can I be a part of triage? Is triage right for me? Let's walk them through a little bit of that intake process, right? The intake is generally done in this day and age of the COVID pandemic through Zoom, right? And it has any number of the consultants that work for the Business Triage Program are in attendance, including myself, for nearly all of them. And it's simply us asking various questions of the business owner or ownership, various leadership people that are on the call. Okay. And we're asking them questions about how they've run the business in the past. Are they aware of weaknesses that each of them might have individually, right? So we're not only asking what would generally be considered pretty standard business questions, but through the process of learning to have a little bit of rapport and a little bit of trust between ourselves as consultants and the leadership of those businesses, we're really digging as deep as we can in one or several intake sessions. What makes this business truly tick? Right. I mean, as you know, Susan, and maybe you can cite some examples in a moment. At the end of the day, you can improve the marketing capabilities of a business. You can improve the products or services of the business. You can help that business weather external factors better than they do now, right? Which is really a facet of problem solving and resiliency. But if some or all of the main problems or challenges for that business, lie with the behavior of leadership, if you can't fix that, which is harder to begin with to fix, but if you don't have a fighting chance there, then it doesn't matter what you do in every other facet of the business, it's probably going to fail anyways. Is that a fair characterization from your perspective?
Right. Yeah, it is, Scott. And while we can coach leaders and owners through a lot of these issues, we're looking for people that want to make the changes that are necessary and are open and receptive to the feedback that we have to give them and are ready to be coached.
Yeah, I agree. Now, here's the thing. And again, for people that are watching or listening to this little discussion here, I have to imagine, I'm a pretty hopeful guy. I'm an entrepreneur myself, as you are. I have to believe that if there's ever been a time where more people are more open, right, to really focusing on, a search from within to sort of make the improvements that they need to and come out of this on the other side, better people with a better business, it's got to be during the global health the global health crisis, where we're currently right now in the first month of 2022. The world has been experiencing this pandemic now since, depending on where you are, since the fall of 2019, right? For us here in the United States, it really started to hit a critical mass in the first quarter of 2020. We're going through, we're in the second, if not third cycle of this thing. And if there's ever been a time, in my perspective, where more people are thinking more like, maybe I need to make some fundamental changes here and get ready for the next wave of fiscal success, it's now.
It's now. And we want to help you get excited about making these changes. This doesn't have to be stressful.
Yeah. I agree with you. We want you to be excited because we want life to be fulfilling for all of our clients. But the way we get there is not just through rah rah, shish boom ba, but but the real substantive help, right? So number one, and maybe you can add to this, when we talk about mentorship, that means a little something different for each consultant that works for Business Triage. In your estimation, what does mentorship look like when you're working with some of our clients?
What I like to do with each of our clients is I do at least one, if not several, weekly coaching sessions with them, usually about an hour in length, where we go through, at the beginning, we go through their past, their present, marketing strategies. We go into press PR. We really take an in-depth look at what they're doing now, what they have done, where they'd like to go. And we help develop a strategy with them, but we also work on things like presence. We do some image consulting. We want to make sure that they're comfortable with not only themselves as a person, but their business. And they really feel like they can move forward with confidence and know that what we're developing for them, like you said, has depth, and it's something that they can really stand on and count on going forward.
Yeah. Yeah. And we should add, I mean, so tailored consulting, you really focus on image, on PR, on devising entire marketing plans for our clients, right? And on that portion of the business.
It's not only the image and how they're perceived, but it's also social media strategy, the marketing strategy, and it's a broad
and coming up with sincere messages, like what are we really all about? And so, because at the core, if the business already has a good culture, and that culture can be exemplified through good storytelling, that's the kind of marketing that money can't buy, right? When the business itself tells a good story by its clients and by its community, then you can't pay for that kind of marketing. It's just good storytelling, right?
You can't. And I like to say that we take a holistic approach to marketing and really help work on relationship building and engagement as well.